Welcome back, boys and girls. And finally, we have the spring in the air. And for today, I am done with a spring cleaning in the morning. I'm not done with the whole cleaning, but for today, I'm done. Oh my God, I still have like another week of cleaning to do. But anyway, it's sunny. It's a little windy, but I decided to have some fun. And so I decided to put out my crossbow targets out in my backyard, which is 20, 30, 40, and 50 yards, and have some fun. And today I'll be shooting one of my crossbow, which is Wildcat Extreme. And believe it or not, this was a gift from my hunting buddy Doug. Thanks, Doug. Anyway, this thing weighs about 7.7 pounds. I think it's more like 8 pounds. And it's got a really nice trigger for a crossbow. And the draw weight is 150 pounds. And I could actually cock this, sitting on a tree stand. So this is, it's not really small, but it's pretty compact. And it's a little bit heavy, but it gives that real good stability. And the feet per second on this is about 320 feet per second, which is pretty good. And one thing about shooting a fast arrow is that when you shoot a deer, usually when they hear something, they will duck. I'm sure you've seen a lot on the videos. When you shoot a deer, they duck, so they tend to shoot over, or they tend to shoot a little high. But with a crossbow, because it's faster than just regular bow and arrow, it tends to hit the deer before they duck. So we never had a problem with hitting it high or actually missing it or having deers ducking the arrow. But anyway, so that's why I like to shoot the crossbow, and they're very effective. And in Virginia, they allow a crossbow for during the archery season, and this is one of my favorite, which I got it from Doug just last year actually. And the furthest that I shot a deer with this was 47 yards, and I was really surprised. It was dead on. And I'm gonna take it out today. I'm gonna have some fun, and I'll let you guys see how it does. I use Horton Archery aluminum crossbow arrow, and this thing shoots pretty well, and they're pretty light but very, very strong. My favorite broadhead is Spitfire by NAP, and this is 100 grain, and this thing flies just like a field tip, so I could practice with a field tip and shoot the deer with this, and you will hit the same point of impact. Okay, this is my crossbow shooting range in my backyard, and there's 20, 30, 40, and then far back is 50. Okay, this is a Wildcat Extreme by Barnett. Okay, as you can see, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crosshair. So it's 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. Today's a little windy, so I have to make sure I shoot it when there's no wind. I just have to be a little patient. The spring is here, that's good. Alright, the wind has quietened down. 20 yards. Dead center. Okay, now we are going down to 30 yards, so I'm going to be using the second crosshair. I'm going to wait for the wind to quiet down a little bit. Yeah, when you shoot a crossbow, the wind does make a big difference. Alright, here's the 30 yards. I'm going to be aiming for the center target. Woo! Dead center again. Now this crossbow, when you cock it, it automatically goes into safety. So you have to make sure you release the safety. And one thing that I noticed is that if you try to pull the trigger while you have the safety, and if it doesn't fire, and then you can't seem to release the safety, then it's somehow jammed. So you have to push the trigger forward and then release the safety. But that's one trick that I learned. Okay, here's the 40 yards. So I'm going to be using the third crosshair. I'm going to be aiming for the top white target. It's a dead center, but it went right to the target. So that's the one of those chip target, and it just seems to be penetrating it. Okay, we're gonna be going for the 50 yards this time. So 50 yards. So I'm gonna be using the 4th crosshair. 20, 30, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yep, 4th crosshair. Release my safety. Same, I'm gonna go for the middle target. Okay, I have to check it with my binoculars. It's kind of hard to see, so let's go down and see where I hit it. Okay, so this is the first 20-yard target. And that's where it hit, first shot. And then this is the 30-yard target. And then this is the 40-yard target. This is where the target disappeared. But I know I saw it hitting it, so it went through right there. And then it's sticking out back here. Actually, where the arrow is sticking out, it seems like it hit right there. Where that thing is right here, must have hit right there. I was aiming for here, it hit right here. And then you could see it sticking out back. So that's pretty good. Let me put this, I don't want the flitch to get bent. This is a 50 yard, okay. So 50 yard, it was a little off to the right high. This might be the wind because we have the wind blowing this direction right now. Today's a little windy. We have a wind factor of about 12 to 13 miles per hour. So it's not really idealistic day to shoot a crossbow, but after today we're gonna have cloudy and rainy day for next like 10 days. So I just figure I'll give it a shot today. I'm gonna wait for the wind to die down, and when it calms down I'm gonna go for the 50 yards again and see where it hits. The furthest shot that I did with a crossbow, with this crossbow on a deer, was 47 yards, and it was a perfect shot. And so everything I'll be shooting will be under 50, but mostly I'll be shooting 20-30 yards. And if I see a nice one at 50 yards, I'm gonna take it. Alright, the wind died down. Let's go for the 50 yards. 20, 30, 40, 20, 30, 40, 50. That's the 4th crosshair. Alright, let me check with the binocular. Oh wow, it's a dead center. Alright, we're gonna go all the way down to 50 yards because I've already taken one shot this time, just at the 50 when the wind was really calm. And as you can see, I was aiming for this right here, and it hit right here. So that's like what, 1.5 inch difference, maybe not even 1.5 inch difference. But this is good enough for me. That's good enough for a hot shot. Wow, this thing shoots like a dream. As you've seen it, 20, 30, 40, 50, dead on. And lastly, like always, thank God for what you have. Enjoy your life with what you got, but mostly happy Easter. And thank God for his resurrection, because that resurrection was for all of us. See ya.